Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. I'd like to welcome you, and so would my furry co-host, Sparkle, who's playing in the background. I couldn't get her out of the video, so I just tried to entice her to be in the background instead of on the tarot table in my face. Today's date is Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. Earlier today, in a conversation with some of the mainstream media, Donald Trump made the following comment. He said that previously he was the hunted, now he's the hunter. Big difference. Well, that sparked some curiosity on my part. So I went to see how many times the term hunted had been used in the 17 posts. And there are numerous, over a dozen instances where it was used. And I thought, let's just check in with the tarot and see how this hunting of Mr. Trump is going. So I'm going to switch the camera, work with the cards, and we'll find out together just what kind of progress we're seeing. And now that the hunter has become the hunted. Okay, earlier today, Donald Trump indicated that the hunter himself was formerly the hunted, and big difference, he's the hunter now. We would like to know if this hunting that he referred to is going well and might result in some observable positive changes for the United States or world at large, plus additional insights and information. So, is it going well, and will there be observable changes, positive changes? Let's find out. Okay, our first card is the Five of Pentacles. Then we have the Devil card, King of Swords, our hunter, going well, Ace of Cups, King of Cups, Hanged Man, and Queen of Wands. Okay, besides what I mentioned as I was pulling the cards, let's talk about these cards and how they relate to the question that we had. We were asking if, how was the hunting going? Here are those that are being hunted, okay? They, um, the hunting is going well, absolutely well, much to the consternation of the deep state and opposition. Okay, I think we've got chess moves going on, even with the perceived strife that President Trump has recently had with formerly very strong supporters. I think it's chess moves. I absolutely do. And I think it's going well. We've got the King of Swords for the recent past here. This is kind of the touch point of when the hunter became the hunted. Ace of Cups indicating yes, it's absolutely going very, very well. Well enough that he was felt free to reference it. Okay. Now let's look at the near future. What's going to happen? Is this going to continue? We asked, would there be observable positive changes that we could anticipate? With the Hanged Man showing up for the strongest insight card, I'm saying yes, because the Hanged Man is all about looking at things in a new way. And so I think this points to some new information and some new, some changing structures, systems, etc. Okay, the King of Cups. This is also a good card indicating some of the aspects of Donald Trump because the King of Cups is an excellent poker player or chess player and keeps his emotions well in check, displays the ones he wants to display, not that are displayed in spite of himself. And the Queen of Wands talks about wisdom and strong intuition. And the wands are kind of our action suits. So things are going to be happening. Let's get a few more cards and see if we can get some indications of what this new ways of looking at things, new information coming out. The yes, let's see if there's a little more layers on top of this for us. Page of Cups talks about a nice surprise in the near future. Knight of Swords, White Hats, Alliance card. Then we have the Three of Cups. Again, some modest celebration. and the Six of Pentacles. So the final layers here are telling us that, yeah, we're going to have something that's going to become evident, a nice surprise that's going to become evident that kind of relates directly back to the comments made earlier today by President Trump when he said he is now the hunter. And big difference. The White Hats Alliance, it's possible that this observable change is going to affect more than just the United States or occur in a very obvious way outside the borders of the United States. So, all of those who are dealing with installed leadership and agendas that we know are fake, but are designed to control and cause people to be living in further submission and hand to mouth. We'll just keep an eye on things and see how things change in a wonderful way. The Three of Cups tells us don't get overly excited, guys. There's going to be some good observable change. This comment of his was relevant. It was not just a coded communication, but just a pretty obvious communication to us, to hold the line and know that that line is pushing forward. And it looks like some of what's going to be changing does deal with finances and money, but again, in a modest way, not the huge way maybe who people are anticipating and hoping. And I'm one of them that's anticipating and hoping. But in the meantime, I live within my means or slightly below and enjoy my life in ways that don't involve money. Okay, so that's what we've got from the cards for this question to the universe. So let's recap. Earlier today, President Trump made some comments to reporters that previously he was the hunted, now he's the hunter, and that's a big difference. So we asked the universe, this hunting he refers to, we'd like a status check on it, and is it going to result in some observable changes where we can pinpoint, to the naked eye, to the normies, to ourselves for our own satisfaction, that there's some change that's happened? Well, we got a definite yes about that with the Ace of Cups front and center. Yes, it's going well. And yes, there will be some observable changes. Now, we were told, and it was reinforced with the Hangman card, which talks about looking at things in a new way. So I thought that was really interesting. The Page of Cups came along further in the read, saying, yeah, it's not only coming along well, but there's going to be a pleasant surprise for you in the process. Now, there's a potential because this was indicated as some of what's being referred to as successful are White Hats Alliance action, which are multinational, possibly multi-world, that this change or this that we're going to observe and see could affect more than just the United States or occur outside the domain of the United States. So something to be watching for. We were also kind of cautioned that well, what's being referenced here might be one of the observable changes we've seen is some changes with finances. It's not going to be in a major way. So while we're getting some good news, it's not the news that beats all news as far as financial system changes, et cetera, going. So, or if that is happening, it's going to roll out slowly and very thoughtfully and carefully. So it does look like change is going to be observable. There's going to be an increase in our quality of life. That increase does seem to be of more of a financial nature. And, just as long as we keep our expectations reasonable, we're not going to be disappointed. And that's always good. I'd rather have reasonable expectations and get pleasant surprises than have high expectations and get dashed hopes. And I hope that you approach news or potentialities yourself because it's just a good, healthy way to have that mental framework going. That's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and attention. My furry co-host, Sparkle does too, who is now draped across some cords on the floor. But at least she stayed off the tarot table for the video, so I didn't have to do anything drastic. So I do appreciate each and every one of you. If you'd like to receive it, I send you love, light, and I wish for you everything bright. Bye.